Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with an update to the Day 1 severe weather outlook. They're making minor changes with the risk areas, but, we'll see what there have been some changes a little bit, so let's get right to it. So, first off, the moderate risk and the enhanced risk areas pretty much remain the same. The enhanced and the moderate remain the same pretty much, so there's really need to go over that. And there's still a slight and a marginal here, no major changes with that, so I'm not gonna go over those. However, as of the midday update, the SPC has added a third marginal risk area over here, which covers southeastern Arizona and southwestern Mexico. And the marginal risk over here remains the same. But as of the midday update, the SPC also added a second slight risk area for today, which covers southeastern Louisiana and south central Mississippi. Alright? But otherwise, no major changes with that. So, cities in today's moderate include Indianapolis, Indiana, Springfield, Illinois, Decatur, Illinois, Champaign, Illinois, and Bloomington, Indiana. Cities in today's enhanced include St. Louis, Missouri, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Dayton, Ohio, Peoria, Illinois, and Columbia, Missouri. Cities in today's slights include Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Kansas City, Missouri, and New Orleans, Louisiana. And cities in today's marginals include Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Tucson, Arizona, Cleveland, Ohio, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, going to see what risks change, if any. So, first off, these areas here, the 15% tornado risk here remains the same. The 10% tornado risk remains the same here. Here's the 5% and 2% here. And there still remains this solid line area, which again is is level 2 of 3 on the tornado intensity index. So the solid line area is the highest potential for tornadoes to reach or exceed EF3 today. Alright? The solid line area is the highest potential for tornadoes to reach or exceed EF3. So that'd be violent tornadoes. There could be violent tornadoes of EF3 or stronger within the black dashed area. Alright? Or excuse me, solid line area. There could be violent EF3 tornadoes or stronger today within the solid line area. And areas in the black dashed area, the black dashed area is still there, meaning the highest potential for EF2 tornadoes or stronger. Alright? Areas outside the black dashed are mainly EF0 or maybe EF1. Alright? No major changes with that. Just want to make sure everyone's up to speed. And by the midday update, the SPC has added a second 5% tornado risk area for today, which covers southeastern Louisiana and south central Mississippi. Alright? But everything else remains the same. So, cities in the solid line area, meaning again, highest potential for EF3 tornadoes or stronger today, include Indianapolis, Indiana, Springfield, Illinois, Decatur, Illinois, Champaign, Illinois, and Bloomington, Indiana. Cities in the black dashed area, meaning highest potential for EF2 or stronger, is Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, St. Louis, Missouri, Toledo, Ohio, and Fort Wayne, Washington. Cities in the 15% tornado risk area today include Indianapolis, Indiana, Springfield, Illinois, Peoria, Illinois, Decatur, Illinois, and Champaign, Illinois. Cities in the 10% tornado risk area today include Muncie, Indiana, Anderson, Indiana, Quincy, Illinois, Columbus, Indiana, and Richmond, Indiana. Cities in the 5% tornado risk areas today include Chicago, Illinois, New Orleans, Louisiana, St. Louis, Missouri, Toledo, Ohio, and Fort Wayne, Indiana. And the 2% tornado risk areas today include Detroit, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Cincinnati, Ohio. Going to the wind threat for today, there is going to see if that changed. And one of the main changes with the wind threat was to take away the 45% wind risk. Alright? Earlier there was a 45% wind risk area, but as of the midday update, the SPC has since taken the 45% wind risk out. So there remains a 30% wind risk here, which goes across much of Missouri, much of Illinois, most of Indiana, western Ohio, and north central Kentucky. So, and there's still, come on. come on, we're not doing this today, website. There we go. Don't know why it's acting up, but there's still a 15% wind risk here, too, in the yellow, and the brown area is the 5%. So, and there's still a 5% wind risk down here, too. So, those are not really changed, okay? One of the main changes was to add a third 5% wind risk today, which goes across southeastern Arizona and southwestern New Mexico. And there's still the black dashed area here, meaning the highest potential for hurricane-force wind gusts reaching or exceeding 74 miles per hour for thunderstorms today. Alright, the black dashed area is the highest potential for hurricane-force wind gusts of 74 miles per hour higher today from thunderstorms, okay? And areas outside the black dashed area are mainly 60 to 70 miles per hour. Cities in the black dashed area today include Indianapolis, Indiana, St. Louis, Missouri, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Dayton, Ohio, and Springfield, Illinois. Cities in the 30% wind risk area today include Indianapolis, Indiana, St. Louis, Missouri, Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, and Dayton, Ohio. Cities in the 15% wind risk include Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and Toledo, Ohio. And the 5% wind risk areas today include Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Tucson, Arizona, Kansas City, Missouri, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the hail threat is not changed, really. There's really been no changes with the hail risk. Alright, so I'm not going to go over the hail risk. So, yeah. In summary, numerous severe thunderstorms are expected this afternoon into tonight, with the peak threat centered over Illinois and Indiana. Intense tornadoes, swaths of damaging gusts over 75 miles per hour, and damaging wind-driven large hail will all be possible. So, that is your day one update I wanted to give. So, anyway, continue to stay safe in these areas. Stay safe in the affected areas today. Stay safe in the affected areas today, no matter what risk you're in. Alright, whether you're in the marginal, the slight, enhanced, or moderate, stay safe in those areas. But especially the moderate and the enhanced, because those are the most serious threats today. So, make sure you have a way to be notified for severe weather today. Have a plan in place, and this may go into tonight. So, before you go to bed tonight, make sure you have a way to be notified to wake you up tonight, whether it be your TV, radio, or phone, to wake you up. And if possible, sleep in your safe spot. Sleep in your safe spot tonight to avoid having to move during the night tonight. And make sure that safe spot is on the lowest level of the building you're in. Okay? So, yeah. Stay safe today and tonight, and, yeah. And I'm praying for y'all. I am praying for y'all in the affected areas, especially in the moderate and the enhanced. And I will have my day 2 severe weather outlook once it's updated. Take care.